So these are definitely unprecedented times. I think we're all gonna look back at this start of the year and think to ourselves, what the hell was happening here? And in this video, I just thought I'd go over some tips on how to sort of conduct yourself during this time, because I think as we're all cooped up inside, it's easier to sort of indulge in things that you would ordinarily be doing. And I'm sure we're all finding it tough as we're all yanked out of our daily routines. So we're definitely gonna be sort of being thrown out of our equilibrium. So let's just go over some tips on what I think that you should be doing during over this time. So firstly, the first thing that I found that I was doing a bit too much was my consumption of news. Whilst I still think it's definitely important to keep up to date with what's happening and the goings on, you can get basically overdosed with just consuming too much news, and it's going to be everywhere. So I've just basically limited myself to just maybe watching one particular program at a particular time during the day for maybe 5 minutes, just to catch up on anything that may be happening. You don't need to be sort of reading it online, you don't need to be seeing it in social media, because it could be just so much. When you're consuming, it starts to give you anxiety, and then you start to worry too much, and we're already worried. My next tip is to don't stop exercising. If you are a gym addict like me, obviously you're not going to be able to keep up to the same intensity of work which what you used to. So what's going to happen is you are going to be more stagnant. We're not going to be moving as much as what we'd ordinarily be doing. And that leads me on to my next tip, is to try not to binge eat, because you're more likely to buy that snack or open that cupboard to reach out and eat something and just basically not do much. And as you snack more, you start to sort of slide back into ways which you wouldn't ordinarily do. My next tip is to try and limit your streaming services. So your Amazon Prime, your Netflix. It's going to be so tempting to sort of binge watch your favourite series or catch up on the next episode of Tiger King. And while it's good to relax every now and again, I think this is a prime opportunity to take up something that you've been wanting to do or you haven't had the time to do. It could be reading that book, or it could be learning that new skill, or just anything that wouldn't involve watching Netflix or any type of Amazon Prime, because what will happen here is that your time will just literally sink away. And if you don't have any type of routine in place, that needs to be put into check as well. Try and keep the same routine, so wake up at a particular time and go to bed at a particular time. As I said before, our routines have been shot out of whack, and we're not going to be doing what we're ordinarily used to doing. So personally, I've tried to sort of keep a similar routine to what I'm used to. I'll be up at 6:30 and I'll open a book straight away and start to try and read the book that I've been wanting to catch up on. So definitely I think a routine needs to be in place as well. And lastly, I've briefly mentioned this before, try and curb your consumption of social media. It could be easy as well to be infinitely scrolling, and there as well you may not be consuming news as such, but it's definitely a time where you're more likely to be on your phone and you're more likely to jump on that app because you're dealing with some type of boredom. So if you've taken up a challenge and you're maybe reading a book or doing something, you learn something, try and do that instead of being on to social media, and limit your time on it. Hopefully these things that I've suggested will help you during this tough and difficult time, and hopefully we'll be out of it soon. And yeah, that's the end of this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any suggestions or want to see more videos like this, please hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in another one. Bye bye.